Well, welcome to our Park City Market Talk webinar. I'm Ron Wilstein, a broker at Keller Williams Luxury Properties Worldwide in Park City.
And I'm Jeremy Wilstein, the buyer's consultant for the Wilstein team, and we're here to share with you the April 2015 Park City Market Talk, end of ski season, beginning of summer, fall slash.
Yes, indeed. And we've got a lot to talk to you about and share with you. Starting, of course, with the resorts closing and the summer resort opening dates. We'll give you those.
And then we're going to talk about the funniest show in town, the Park City Follies. I am a thespian in that performance.
Yes, indeed.
And so come check it out. It's April 24th through May 3rd. Get on to ParkCityShows.com right now. I think it's almost sold out. We've got 8 shows this year.
That's right. It's a lot of fun, and especially if you're local, you'll appreciate all the humor that's built into the Follies. We'll give you an update on the Park City market, telling you what has sold, what hasn't been, where the prices are, as we do each month.
And then let's talk about Vail again, because they've gone out and done it again. What have they done?
They bought another resort, and we'll give you the details hot off the press.
Jeez. And then finally we'll talk about the interconnect gondola that Vail got approved here recently, and which will connect Canyons and Park City Mountain Resort.
And then finally, as we are now into the home selling season, and that shifts our focus, snow's melting, although not this past week, it snowed a lot.
43 inches of powder.
That snowbird, unbelievable. But it's going to melt because it is warming. And so we're in the home selling season, at least the marketing phase of it. So we're going to talk about that a little bit with you, give you some things to think about. So with that in mind, let's start with the update. The resorts, well, Canyons and Deer Valley are both closed, and the Park City Mountain Resort will be closing this upcoming Sunday, April 19th.
Mm-hmm. And then this summer, the opening dates, we've got Park City Mountain Resort opening the 22nd of May, Canyons the 29th, Deer Valley the 19th
of June.
Mountain biking's going on right now. We don't have much of a shoulder season this year, so town's pretty quiet and lots of fun things to do still.
That's right. You can definitely hop on the hills early because of our lack of snow typically that we've seen this year. This is just, a lot of the festivities and the zip lines and things like that will correspond to the actual opening of the resorts, and of course the lifts to bring your bikes up to the top of the mountain if that's how you choose to go. So tune it up, tune your bikes up, get out your water sport toys, and enjoy Park City during the summertime.
All right, the Park City Follies Shangri-Latte, a fully caffeinated Follies. This year, if you've been to the Follies before, it's a great production at the Egyptian Theater. We have 8 shows, and this year we're spoofing the new movie production theater or studio that kind of started getting built and then stopped, and I think it's going now, and we don't really know what it's going to be. So anyways, lots of fun, lots of material. If you missed it last year, we talked about the Vailians.
Yep. Nothing sacred in Park City, and this is our time to point that out to anyone who comes to the show. Then let's hop into our market update. This is always the important part of our webinars. Over the past 12 months, we have seen 1,392 closed sales, and this is homes, condominiums, and vacant land combined. It's all real estate brokerages combined, and that is down 1% or 12 sales from the 12-month period the year before.
All right, and this graph shows the comparison of closed sales April 2014 through March 2015. Homes were down 8%, condominiums were up 6%, and exactly the same in lots, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, when we break this down more specifically, the graph in front of you is dealing with homes, and we geographically have divided those within the Park City limits, just noting that they're Park City and then the Snyderville Basin. It's kind of the county area of Park City. Number of transactions down 5%, 9 sales within the Park City limits from 188 previous year to 179. And then among the Snyderville Basin, dropped 10% from 384 to 346, predominantly because of a lack of inventory to be purchased, not the evidence of a slowdown in our marketplace.
Yep. Taking a look at condos inside the city limits, we're up 7% from 368 to 374. And Snyderville, we're up 8%, 255 to 284. So a lot of these buyers that were looking for single-family homes, there's not a lot of inventory. They're turning towards condos. So condos are starting to pick up pace now when single-family homes were really cranking. So it'd be interesting to see what comes on this springtime, but condos definitely have a lot of momentum right now.
And now as we shift to lots, within the city limits, it's actually up 13%, 5 lots. Again, people shifting now to maybe buying, if they can't buy the home, maybe building the home. In the county areas, slightly down by 3% from 171 to 166. But do keep in mind, we are now moving into that home selling season and people looking at land to buy, and so it's easier to get on the properties, see the views without the snow in the way.
Average time on market, we're looking at 121 days, so we're up slightly, up 4%. Keep this in mind, we have a lot of second home properties and properties that have sat on the market, but there's a good mix of people. If the property's priced right, 30 days or less is usually what we're seeing.
That's right. Now let's turn our attention to prices. We always want to know where are the values and what's happening with our property values. Here we're looking at the medium home sold prices, same period of time, April 2014 through March 2015. Take a look at this. Within the Park City limits, home valuations are up 7%. Median price was $1,250,000. Now we're up to $1,336,250. And 12% within the Snyderville Basin area, from $713,000 to $799,000. So values are going up.
Yeah, it seems like just yesterday we were reporting that we just made it over 1.1 million inside the city. Now we're up over 1.3 in the county. I think was in the low sixes, and now we're almost to 800,000.
Yeah, it really is something, and we've been reporting this month after month after month.
Yeah.
Now let's look at condominiums.
All right, so condominiums, we've seen that increase in sales activity, and for a while, if you've been following us, the Park City limits, condo sales have been pretty flat, especially with the sold prices have been pretty flat. Now we're seeing a nice 9% increase up to 535,000. And in Snyderville Basin, also a nice 7% increase up to 362,500. So I think condos are really starting to truck now.
Yep. Now turning our attention to land, valuation within the Park City limits dropped 12% from 677,000 to 550,000. Again, not a lot of lots to compare, and so the sampling is a bit small, but it's accurate, so that's what we're reporting here. No change within the Snyderville Basin, holding at 300,000, and again, we'll keep an eye on that. There is some new inventory coming out in Promontory that may alter that as people gravitate toward that.
All right, what has Vail done? Vail has bought another ski resort. It's insane. I don't know how much money these guys have, but I think they're up to $400 million this year so far.
That's right. They want to own and control them, and they seem to be doing it. This newest one is Perisher. It's their first international mountain resort that they own solely. We were discussing this earlier, that they do allow their pass to work at some other non-U.S. resorts.
Yep. Yeah, Switzerland, I think, Verbier, and over in Japan, they get a lot of snow.
That's right. So they're definitely expanding their turf. This is in Australia. They purchased it for $136 million. We just want you to know that our recent purchase of PCMR that we've reported on was for $182.5 million. So lots of millions, lots of dollar signs. It's expected to close later this year. And the beautiful property, beautiful terrain, lots of skiing and snowboarding. And the nice thing about this is if you are a pass holder of Park City Mountain Resort or Canyons, you have that Epic Pass. It's interchangeable with all of Vail's resorts, and now this one. And so this means unlimited skiing year-round with Vail's Epic Pass. That is really insane. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah. Of course, their season is opposite of ours. Let's give you an update on Vail Resort's interconnect gondola because this is important and we've had a recent approval.
So this is the other $50 million that Vail is going to spend.
Exactly.
So
who said money grows and doesn't grow on trees?
Yeah. So you've probably heard about these improvements, the $50 million improvement that Vail is doing to canyons and Park City Mountain Resort. So just recently, March 25th, all the improvements that Vail proposed, including the interconnect gondola, were approved unanimously by the Park City Planning Commission. So they are all for it, and these improvements, as Vail said, will be ready for next ski season. So they've got their work cut out for them, but I'm sure they can do it.
Yep. Now, the interconnect is the key to Vail's $50 million improvement plan as it combines the two resorts into a single property. And it consists of an 8-passenger gondola traveling from select points, the Silverlode Lodge there, in PCMR, and then the Flatiron lift in the canyons. The route is 7,650 feet. It's approximately a mile and a half, and that's going to be the big connection that we're going to see, so that you can start at one resort and end at another resort, which is really the same resort. So the expansion looks good. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
We're transitioning now as the snow is melting and the winter resorts are closing to the Park City home selling season. And I say transition in that the marketing begins right away as we make this transition. There's several important elements as you're thinking about this and as we're evaluating the valuations of our marketplace. And we always think about these factors: the type of property, secondly, the neighborhood or the condominium project in which the property is found, and then the price point. These elements are important to have a discussion on before you put your property on the market.
So we're going to look at the types of property, and Ron kind of alluded to it. We've got homes, we've got condominiums, and we've got home sites or vacant land.
So we first break it into these categories, and then once we've done that, we start narrowing it down to the specific single-family neighborhoods or condominium projects or single-family lot areas, because one condominium can be radically different than another condominium in terms of what it's doing, in terms of sales and appreciation and demand for the property. Same is true for single-family neighborhoods. You want to know, if you're an owner of a property, how is your neighborhood specifically doing, not just the overall marketplace. And the same is true for condos and lots. And then, of course, the price point comes into play here. There are certain price ranges that have a limited supply of property for sale. And so if your property, properly priced, happens to fall into that price range, that changes your approach, your strategy, and you're thinking toward selling now or postponing it. What we want to show you here is we just want to show you how you can utilize our website, which is View Park City Real Estate, to see what's on the market now. And so we have a specific search by subdivision pull down menu, and what I want to do is just pop in front of you our website. Here we are on it. This is the home page, and at the very top you'll see a number of choices. This one under the watch a webinar window is view search by subdivisions rather. We've broken it down to the major subdivisions in the Park City Multiple Listing Service that you can search by, and if that's the best way to start, just click on one of those. Or what you can do is you can go into this blank, and I'll just do this here and I'll begin to type in, I'm typing in PINE for Pinebrook, and it gives you choices, and then you can slide down to the one that's applicable. If, by the way, you do this and you don't see your property in there, that probably means that right now there are none on the market. So once we select that, let me do that again. I choose Pinebrook, and then I click on the Find button, and you can do the same with condominium properties. You'll see here the different properties that are on the market, however many there are, and you can click on any number of them, and you can search for these and actually save this search so that the website will actually notify you when new properties come on the market in your search category. But let me just choose this one as an example. So once you choose a property, suddenly it will take you to the details on it, the price, the configuration, the square footage, the year it was built, and it will start scrolling through pictures of the property, and you can get some information there. If you want to inquire about it, you can inquire or even request a showing on it. But by scrolling down, there's additional information and facts about the property on each property. So if you're wondering what's happening in the marketplace, what is your immediate competition, this is the easiest way to do it by searching by subdivisions on our website. The next element here is, since that search doesn't tell you about sold properties, you can again go to our website and go to viewparkcityrealestate.com/recent sales. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to our website again, go to the home page, because this is probably what you'll see first. And in the browser window, if you type in that recent sales, I'm not sure if it went in there. Can't tell here. You just type in recent sales. And then you click on it, it would take you to current sales data request. And very simple form here. All you do is identify your address or your condominium name or your subdivision, whatever you want. Whether it's a home that you're interested in knowing about, condos or vacant land, you choose that, fill in the other blanks, scroll down slightly lower, put in your name, contact information, your email address, and if you want to include your physical address, that's fine. And then for comments, if you happen to have any specific questions, you can add those there as well. So all you do is fill that out, click the submit form, that will come to us, and we will send you automatically the update on the properties that you're interested in knowing what's been selling and what the prices are. If you have questions from there, we're here to answer your questions, but we're not here to bug you unless you want our assistance. Now, the question that is asked as we're here sitting in the middle of April, is now the proper time to put your property on the market? And the best time for you to take advantage of the home selling season is between mid-April and mid-May. Kids aren't out of school yet, but people start looking for properties, certainly going online, working with guys like Jeremy and other members of our team. So if you're there, the team members can send you information on that. So now is the time. And finally, as we wrap up, I just want to point your attention to a webinar that I did previously entitled How to Price Your Property to Sell in Today's Market. You can go to the website again, /price right. Watch that webinar. If you're thinking of selling it, some good information for you to consider whether you're going to do it now or later. So that's available as a resource for you. Otherwise,
all right, that was great stuff. So check out the website. It's got a lot of information, a lot of our webinars. Spent an afternoon poking around in there. Again, if you have any questions, email us, Ron or Jeremy at thewilsteinteam.com. We'll respond to you.
So that's it. Thank you for participating in our webinar. Our next one will be May 15th, where we'll give you another update and talk about the relevant topics at that time.
Yep. From Park City, where
Utah.
It's been a little snowy, but now it's going to melt.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.